I skimmed
If
through
I
it
told you
earlier.
the man you're looking at right now, with this
Let's do
big
it,
belly,
bro.
clearly intoxicated and participating in humiliating.
I'm not in the boxing world at all. If it ain't Floyd, Tank, Pacquiao, this and that, I don't know. I don't really know nobody for real.
Spectacles for the camera, was once a multi-division world boxing champion and is barely in his mid-30s. Would you believe it?
Nah, I don't play with women. I'm that.
This is Adrien Broner. With an incredible undefeated streak, blinding hand speed, and untouchable entertainment skills on the mic, he was universally anointed as the undisputed successor to Floyd Mayweather.
You call me the can man, because anybody can get it.
Adrien Broner is truly amazing. You know, he's the future of boxing.
When he was at the top of boxing, he didn't just emulate Floyd, he wanted to be him.
This the difference between me and them other boxers, man. They do what they can. I do what I want. I had to go get some straps. And now all I do is pop straps. Cause my big bro. Shout out to Floyd.
He was literally flushing $100 bills down the toilet just to flex his wealth on the world.
In GTA, if I ever catch you doing some shit like this in my motherfucking presence, do you understand me?
Listen,
I made a lot of money, bro.
You made a lot of money.
Yeah, I made a lot of money.
And threw a lot of it in the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you blow it all?
No, I mean literally.
But then, fast forward to 2026, the man who used to wipe his sweat with currency can't afford to pay a $2,200 restaurant.
Here y'all go.
That's like promotion, man.
That's all I can give.
You don't know when the party stops. You just look around one day and the fights ain't there no more.
Yeah.
And you don't have that $4 or $5 million fight come in, and you know what I mean?
He's begging women for kisses on Twitch streams, and he can't even afford to call his own Uber to get home.
I gotta go, bro.
I hope this ain't one of them.
I got shit to do, bro.
I hope he ain't just looking at all his negative parts, cause
Was
from what I've been seeing, bro, AB look like he getting his shit together though. AB look like thin.
it the alcohol? Were there underlying mental issues? Or is this just the most
I hope this ain't bad mouthing him.
all-around self-sabotage in
The whole
modern
video.
sports history? In this video, we're going to break down the sad psychological downfall.
Yeah, this shit disgusting.
Broner.
All that throwing up and shit, that shit was nasty to watch.
To truly understand the depth of Adrien Broner's crash, you have to understand the sheer altitude of his peak. We aren't just talking about a good fighter who fell on hard times. We're talking about a generational talent.
If there's one rising young American fighter who might be expected to command the spotlight for the next couple of years and perhaps into the future, he's 23-year-old Adrien Broner of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Adrien Broner was an absolute force of nature. He was a 4-division world champion. He captured belts in the super featherweight, lightweight, welterweight, and super lightweight divisions. He possessed a kind of natural, God-given athleticism that you simply cannot teach in a gym.
Unquestionably, the top two American fighters right now are Floyd Mayweather and Andre Ward. The question becomes, how long is it before we begin to put Broner somewhere near their league?
And because he had the talent, he commanded the money. We are talking about guaranteed million-dollar purses. He took home a reported $2.5 million guarantee just to step in the ring with Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao was guaranteed $20 million for that fight. You were guaranteed on paper. I already know how this goes. On paper, $2.5 million. This was your highest profile fight.
When you factor in the pay-per-view points, the sponsorships, and the undisclosed locker room bonuses, his estimated career earnings sat comfortably in the $30 million range. He branded himself AB, which means about billions, emulating his idol Floyd Mayweather's The Money Team.
About billions? You know, I gave my little brother that name all about the bread. My man, Adrien Broner. It's gonna be a problem, the problem child. And
I'm AB, but I'm also the king of LV. And I'm talking Louis Vuitton or Las Vegas, because we put on great shows and we about the lights and about a lot of money.
Just like Mayweather, he was the villain. And in the economics of combat sports, playing the villain is a highly lucrative position. People will pay a lot of money to see a bad guy get knocked out. But there was a fatal flaw in the architecture of his empire. Because Broner looked up to Floyd Mayweather, he also copied the arrogance, the spending, and the chaotic lifestyle.
Always balling, always buying.
But he completely ignored Floyd's monastic
Bullshit, man.
work ethic behind
Bullshit, man. That's why you gotta stay humble.
Floyd played a character on TV to sell pay-per-views, but when the cameras turned off,
The other
he
shit they talking about, man.
But Broner, on the other hand, wore a mask. He built his foundation on a counterfeit blueprint. He believed his talent made him immune to the consequences of a lack of discipline. And in professional boxing, reality always collects its debts. Normally, the timeline of a psychological collapse in sports is rarely defined by one single moment. Usually, athletes just slowly fade away. But for Adrien Broner, the exact moment his psychological armor cracked was broadcast in high definition to millions of people. December 14th, 2013. The opponent, Marcos Maidana.
I just seen him on TikTok talking about this fight earlier.
Normal, cocky, heavily favored, undefeated champion. He expected another routine showcase of his superior athleticism. Instead, he was systematically and brutally dismantled.
Oh my lord.
That bitch hit hard, man. When he hit me, right, he caught me with a good shot early. And then when I was moving, I was cool. And he threw a weird shot. It looked like he was coming to the body, but he came up top of it. Ooh, shit. Like, good shot.
Maidana using sheer volume, grit, and aggression to drop Broner
Oh my
in the
God.
second round and again in the 8th round. But it wasn't just the physical beating that broke Broner, it was the psychological humiliation. He lost a unanimous decision, but rather than displaying the stoicism you expect from an elite fighter, Broner immediately fled the ring.
Now the nigga left.
Back to the dressing room, openly crying.
You just walk out of the ring.
Yeah, and my emotions rolling. I ain't care for no interviews, man. This, you gotta think, this is my first loss of my career. Honestly, I cried for like 3-4 months.
Wow. That shit fucked him up mentally.
I'll catch myself just sitting there, just.
This was the turning point. Instead of retreating to the isolation of the boxing gym to fix his defensive liabilities, Broner initiated a pattern of aggressive ego protection. He couldn't handle the trauma of his fading physical superiority, so he deflected his energy into an alternate reality where his worth couldn't be quantified by boxing. He decided he was going to be a rapper.
I lived through music. I love making it. Bad bitch thing, nah. Got a friend named Nene, now I'm mad as hell. I took a friend out, then I took her home for a sneak peek.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, put them gloves back on, gang.
You a rapper?
I'm glad Yanti got on your ass, man. Put them gloves back on, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Go jump some rope, man.
And that all became because of the loss?
Nah, it was just like, I can do other shit. I don't want to be in a little box.
He started hanging out with Rick Ross and Waka Flocka Flame, and eventually he started releasing his own music. This wasn't about artistic ambition, this was psychological cope at its peak. By diluting his focus, Broner created a built-in psychological excuse for his declining boxing performance. If he lost in the ring, he could tell himself that he was a businessman, an entertainer, a brand, not merely a failing athlete. It was a coping mechanism designed to shield him from the terrifying reality that his primary skill set needed sharpening.
He has a lot to learn. I think he should spend less time on social media.
It's that fine.
Less time trying to be a hip-hop artist and focus more on his craft.
As his physical power inside the ring faded, Broner desperately sought to exert absolute power outside of it. And this is where the financial and legal spiral began. In June 2018, Broner was involved in a sexual assault incident against a woman at a nightclub in Cleveland, Ohio.
Listen, I got a book bag, right? I had a book bag on. It had like 270-something thousand in it, right? I put it down.
Sheesh.
I turned, and it's gone. The waitress is gone, the bag is gone. But I didn't know that one of my friends was playing, and they got the bag. So I chased down the waitress like, And I didn't choke her. I just held her.
Following an indictment, he pleaded guilty to misdemeanor assault. The civil judgment ruled aggressively against him, ordering him to pay over $800,000 to the victim.
For real.
Reports indicate he hasn't paid a single penny of that judgment, despite continually boasting about his cash reserves on Instagram. But this wasn't an isolated incident. There were more assault allegations at a mall in Atlanta. There was an arrest for trespassing at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. There was an arrest for a DUI in Florida.
More trouble for boxing champ Adrien Broner. He was arrested last night here in Covington in an SUV riddled with bullet holes.
Boxer Adrien Broner will spend the next 3 days in jail. Broner was in a Northern Kentucky courtroom where he pleaded guilty to a disorderly charge from 2014.
Broner has a pattern. When facing the courts, his behavior perfectly mirrored his reign persona, a total refusal to accept accountability. As evidenced by a probation violation hearing in Cleveland, Broner stood before the judge and offered vague, dismissive excuses. The judge, recognizing the absolute lack of respect for the court, remanded Broner to 7 days in the county jail on the spot.
You're not responding. I think you're not helping yourself right now.
But what I'm saying is this: if I'm incarcerated, how can I do all of this? I have to go to the.
Visit you?
No, but
You can sign up
he
for
can't.
I'm sorry, one at a time.
I'm sorry.
You see, his $30 million in career earnings didn't just evaporate through lavish spending on jewelry and cars. It evaporated through a structural inability to separate the fictional about billions persona from the strict responsibilities of the real world. Which brings us to the present day. With the rise of influencer culture, we have to track a series of public incidents Broner has been involved in recently, broadcast via streams to millions of viewers. These incidents escalate from pathetically sad to actively dangerous. Broner started appearing on live streams hosted by digital personalities. During one broadcast, the man who used to headline premium fight cards agreed to completely shave off his beard on camera in exchange for one of the streamer's chains and a mere $1,000.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit gone, my boy. This shit gone, yo, bitch, bro. God, you a bitch, boy. This shit gone.
Trading his bodily autonomy for a trivial sum of cash signaled a massive devaluation of his self-worth.
Wilding on the camera, bro. That's
Broner actively asking a camera.
I never watched cause I don't be on Kick. No shade, but shout out to my nigga on Kick. But I ain't never watching the streams, but I be seeing the clips on TikTok, bro. Like, but the pre-lock-in, that was wild. Shout out, like I said, shout out Yon T for getting on his ass, bro.
Man for funds to call an Uber. He looked into the lens and said, "I don't got bread. I'll make sure you get it back."
Or you get it back. Alright, well, make sure you get it back.
Hey, this crazy, bro.
It was really sad because it seemed like he was like, I don't know if he was high or he didn't seem drunk. He seemed like he might have been off something, like he was
I was gonna say, it was
or...
definitely giving some substance use.
Think about the psychology of this moment.
Like this, like them clips, bro. Them clips was hard to watch, bro.
Freak show. He is trading his historical.
Then throwing up and shit on stream. He throwing up while he's still trying to drink. Like, bro, get your body rejecting that shit, gang. Like, what you want?
Legacy and his personal pride for pennies. This loss of dignity rapidly metastasized into absolute apathy.
Now, what is he, 35, 36?
Broke.
And if you're healthy men, when they hit 36, their body starts to decline.
Absolutely.
And he's not that healthy.
In September 2025, a viral video captured Broner attempting to skip out on a $2,200 restaurant and bar tab while heavily intoxicated. When pressed for the money, his emotional state swung violently between defiance and sheer despair.
Damn, they locked the doors on that. Oh my God.
Give it to him. That's all I can give.
I was a Wayne Grace
You
here.
gotta go to rehab. That's all.
Yeah, he need to put the cup down for sure.
I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mace and Cam. And in the studio, y'all, we got a special guest introducing
What up?
KB.
Hey man, this shit crazy.
It's my show, y'all.
I did not know I was gonna be on the show.
And it only gets worse from here. Even when the media throws
I seen she said my name.
his calcified persona actively destroys the opportunity. Take his appearance on the highly popular sports podcast, It Is What It Is, hosted by hip-hop legends Cameron and Mace. Broner was brought on as a paid guest. This was his chance to talk boxing and remind the public of his legitimate sports knowledge. Instead, he arrived heavily intoxicated, slurring his words with a bizarre, erratic demeanor. Rather than engaging with the host, Broner relentlessly and inappropriately flirted with the show's female co-host, Treasure Stat Baby Wilson, despite her obvious discomfort.
I'm not gonna say my weight on camera.
Yeah. That's like crazy.
I'm not gonna answer that. No, I'm the weight I'm supposed to be. But the welterweight division.
Right. Stat. I love you.
Realizing that Broner was completely unmanageable, Cameron officially kicked him off the set mid-interview.
Nigga wildin'.
Your time for being here. I appreciate you. I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know me with my brother.
Oh, shit, my bad, bro.
When you look at this
wildin', bro. This shit sad.
Conclusion. Psychologically, Broner demonstrated a profound inability to turn off his character. The toxic entitlement that allowed him to thrive as a boxing villain has turned into a social pathology.
And Adrien Broner, he looks. Get it together, dog.
Mm-hmm. He did not sound well.
He didn't sound well, he didn't look well, he didn't present himself well at all.
He cannot read the room. He cannot respect professional boundaries. He is actively burning his last remaining bridges because his ego will not allow him to submit to normal behavioral standards.
Maybe.
This deep-seated entitlement was exposed even further during a Twitch stream where Broner asked a female guest for a kiss.
Let's kiss for the chat.
We're not kissing.
That's crazy.
I'm not doing that. I'll kiss the chat. I'll kiss the chat.
When she politely and firmly declined, Broner experienced a complete psychological crash out. His tone shifted instantly from playful to hostile.
I don't play with women. All that playing, I don't play with women.
Why he getting crunk, yo? Chill,
really
gang.
young, bro. I don't care how beautiful a woman is, none of that, bro.
Oh, here you go, yeah.
I make my own millions.
The rage exhibited in that video was not actually directed
Gang, you
at
gotta
the
chill.
woman. It was pure, unadulterated self-hatred bubbling to the surface. When she rejected him, she unconsciously shouted the delusion that his fame granted him universal access. If you look at this psychologically, you can tell he is profoundly angry at himself for squandering his generational talent. And when the outside world refuses to validate his delusion, that severe cognitive dissonance manifests as verbal abuse and desperate proclamations of a wealth that no longer exists.
I done had them all, gang.
This downward spiral reached a terrifying climax during a multi-day live stream bender in Las Vegas. What began as chaotic internet content devolved rapidly into a severe public safety crisis. After hours of heavy drinking and heated confrontations inside a nightclub, a severely intoxicated Broner attempted to get behind the wheel of a vehicle. When the streamers and his own associates physically intervened to stop him from driving drunk, Broner's reaction was explosive violence.
Don't touch me, no more. And I'm telling y'all, and I'm serious, bro. And I'm dead. Don't touch me, no.
I remember this. I never seen these.
Alcohol has entirely ceased to be a tool for celebrating victories. It is a heavy, dangerous anesthetic, completely blinding him to the profound danger he poses to himself and society. The public spectacle has definitively transitioned from a sad internet sideshow into a real-time documentation of a man on the absolute brink of self-destruction. To view Adrien Broner strictly through the lens of moral judgment or comedic mockery is to miss the fundamental human tragedy at the center of this story. Beneath the hollow bravado, beneath the skip tabs and the live stream outbursts, there's a human being who seriously needs help. He has entirely lost his way in a system designed to exploit physical and psychological trauma for profit. The infrastructure of professional boxing is fundamentally unforgiving. It routinely takes young men from environments of extreme poverty, gives them an opportunity to make tens of millions of dollars, and surrounds them with an ecosystem of sycophants whose financial livelihoods depend on never telling the fighter no. But when the physical talents inevitably fade, those enablers vanish. They leave the athlete completely isolated, cognitively battered, and entirely unequipped to navigate a civilian world they were never prepared for. But the boxing community is starting to recognize this. Other boxers like Ryan Garcia have publicly reached out to address Broner directly, offering help and mental health support. People are realizing that this is no longer entertainment. It is a medical and psychological emergency. Broner is fighting a losing battle against his own demons, and the internet is merely the venue for his defeat.
Never! You trying to drive drunk? I'm gonna drive!
But interestingly, the very digital landscape that is currently documenting his humiliation could serve as his ultimate salvation. The economy of combat sports has radically evolved. In the modern era of influencer boxing, dominated by names like Jake Paul and Adrien Ross, Adrien Broner does not need to recapture his physical prime. He doesn't need to fight unified world champions to secure a life-changing payday.
He said he's up carrying up this boxing coach
the one currency that the modern market values above all else: undeniable name recognition. A sober, physically conditioned Adrien Broner fighting a high-profile influencer would generate millions of dollars in pay-per-view revenue. The lifeline is dangling right in front of him, and the financial mechanisms exist to completely restore his wealth and provide a stable future for his family. He just has to be disciplined enough to grasp the opportunity. But physical rehabilitation is utterly impossible without complete psychological reconstruction.
Hey, we getting freaky on Kick.
Finances and his legacy, Adrien Broner must commit to an agonizing task.
A month ago?
He has to definitively kill the Adrien Broner character. To survive, he must accept the painful, humbling reality that he is no longer Floyd Mayweather's successor. Until he sheds the heavy, suffocating armor of his own ego and addresses the root of his trauma, the cycle of public degradation will only accelerate. The ultimate tragedy of Adrien Broner is that his toughest opponent was never Marcos Maidana or Manny Pacquiao. His most devastating opponent has always been the reflection in the mirror. And right now, he is losing the fight of his life.
Like I said, that was a month ago though. Like I say, the shit I've been saying, he looked like he been in for real.